Surprise synopsis.
Surprise Synopsis. Surprise Synopsis.
Surprise Synopsis is a podcast in which we are on where we take a trope out of a... Don't play me like this. We take a trope out of a hat and we...
pull a genre out of a different hat, and then we...
smash them together in a surprise that hopefully results in a coherent synopsis. According to court information, I am Harley. According to witness statements, she is...
redacted.
And according to the judge pointing at him and saying, "You there! Hark, the villain! He is..."
All rise for Judge Damien.
So the judge was pointing at himself.
Yeah, this guy. Me, the judge.
This intro's getting too recursive already.
Who's got two thumbs and is the judge?
Why can't we just have a nice intro? You have to call me redacted for the rest of the show.
Sure, okay,
Okay, redacted.
Thank you.
All right, now it's time for the trope.
Okay, get your little fist in there. Fist it.
Oh, jeez.
Fist the
You want to
fisticuffs.
shuffle the hat for me?
Okay, I'll shuffle it and you fist.
Yeah, you got to do your
I'll
bit.
part I'll part it.
Enough with the eye contact. Like, you cannot
It's
fist
gonna
when you're
hurt
looking right
hurt
at
your
me.
neck if you have to twist around
Jesus,
like that.
redacted, you're on it tonight.
Our trope is the bad movie remake of a beloved video game.
Oh
Right.
heck! I'm
So
ready.
this gives us all license to not be that creative. We can just rip on something.
Yeah, so I guess bad movie is like the kind of needless
Yeah, the
cash-in
Uwe
of something
Boll
that's
version of something.
Yeah.
The Resident Evil movie version.
Or
of
it's a really
something.
B movie that like some like low grade studio made because they got the license and
Okay.
did their best with the budget they had.
Has
Battleship, the movie.
with Rihanna in it.
Rihanna. Yeah.
And Liam Neeson,
Was he in that?
he was like one of the admirals.
Oh, I guess if they paid him, he would be.
He was like, "Yeah, man, my friend got killed by an alien battleship." So then I just
Wait, the battleships are aliens?
so then I just drove my ship around looking to kill one.
Yeah, isn't it? It's like
Yeah,
aliens.
they're aliens.
Never seen the movie.
And they use the sonar thing and it's like beeping.
they've got a big like force field, so they have to like kind of lob shells, and they can only work out where they've landed based on sound.
Yep.
So that's how they're playing
It was
battle.
actually good. I
Yeah,
liked it.
and the aliens are also like lobbing shells over the shield, and they have to like kind of dodge, and they do like a handbrake turn with an anchor with an aircraft
Yeah,
carrier.
because the aliens can only
Work.
the aliens
it
can
does
only
in the movie
shoot you
for sure.
if you are like going to attack it. So if your guns weren't pointing it, they wouldn't shoot at you. So that's why they did like the handbrakey, and that's how they shot it.
Oh, but in the game, you're not allowed to move your ships once they're set.
Oh, unless you're cheating.
Yeah, but the enemy cannot see
You
your
also
ships.
can't stack them up on top of each other. But here we are.
So like once the enemy's like fired somewhere, and then the shells have like settled down, there's enough splashing gone away, then you just move your ships there. They don't think to fire there twice. Yeah,
Sure sounds like cheating, America.
sure sounds like winning. You mean?
Pushing them in diagonally and shit.
This isn't Juice and Bellow.
I feel like I'm definitely disadvantaged in this because I don't play video games, and judging by your job and your room that we're currently in, you guys dabble.
What about the several video game posters on the wall and the 3 Zelda ones who
It
have
doesn't
fallen
have to
off?
be a video game,
Also,
just say, or
don't
just
tell
a game.
Don't tell the audience what my job is.
I didn't.
Well, maybe I'm a janitor.
Or maybe.
Yeah, your job's not cinematic at all.
Cheese redacted. Come on now. Let's do some genres, shall we? Who's going to go first?
Surely not. I went last time first, I think. Or did I go last? I went first technically, but you made it last.
You
'cause
did go.
moved.
Yeah, you went kind of like first
I went
last.
fast,
I
so
went
I'll go middle.
So you go
Timey-wimey bullshit's really confusing.
So you have to
isn't
go
it?
first, Harley.
I am going first.
Yeah.
Even
Put
though I
your
went
hand
first
in
last
the pot
time.
and do your thing.
You,
Put your hand in the pot and do the thing.
If you put
Now
your
that
hand in
beloved
the
song.
pot and you stir it around a lot, you get weird looks from your family. Clap, clap.
wow, you are going to be good at this.
What? Is that a video game? Oh, Overcooked is a game where you put a pot in a pot, chop
Yeah.
the onion, and the rats take it. I'm like, what?
Yeah, just get Gordon Ramsay involved.
All right, so I got foreign film.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, jeez.
It's a one shot from the sky. The clouds fade away. There's a door. It opens. You go through the house. I've started for you. You've only got one shot to not miss your chance to blow. So, you got that 8 Mile reference. How did you not get the Clarence one?
I'm sorry.
Clarence's parents live at home with both parents, and Clarence's parents have a real good marriage.
I watched
Clarence is
8
the guy
Mile
who verses.
when
Oh,
Eminem
right.
was cool, so that was at least 10 years
He will
ago.
always forever.
There's
be
always,
cool.
have you heard Rap God? Come on.
He talks fast. Congratulations.
Raps fast.
Yeah, that's his job. And he
his
does
last
it good.
his last 2 albums haven't been amazing. The other one was alright. Definitely, he's old now. You can only do so much. His daughter though,
Haley.
she's like my age. It's weird. It trips me out.
Yeah.
Like that literally could have been me if I was married.
If your father was Marshall Mathers.
Yeah, if my soul got born into that baby.
Your soul got married into that baby.
Can we put a pin on that for the outro?
Yeah, I'd like to hear more about this, whatever this is. This strange new religion Redacted is introducing us to.
Oh, heck.
So I'm just trying to decide on which... Because we're in Australia and we make precious few video games that aren't Steve...
It's pronounced Australia?
Bowling simulator.
What?
Yep.
So I'm just trying to pick a foreign video game, essentially, to start me off. There's a lot of games made in Canada, and I feel that would work, but it's a bit close.
I learned today that Outlander... What's the
Yeah.
one where he's like... Is it Outlander? Outlaws? Outloodies?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Outlander's the one where the chick travels back in time and bangs historical
No,
mate.
no. It's Out something. No, that is a good show. But Out... It's like it's a Bioshock.
Oh, but...
That's done by... That was originally done by Australians.
Really?
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
I learned
Wow.
that today. Alex was watching a documentary on it, and I was overhearing it while I was not there.
Wow, I sure did not finish that game, but Bioshock Infinite, amazing game. That was the third Bioshock.
Oh, I thought that was Is that the like 1.5 one?
No, that's Bioshock 2.
Because there was one that was like a prequel to number 2.
Okay. Oh,
Apparently
no.
that one was really bad.
Oh, I have not heard of that one.
Man, I actually hated that game, Bioshock.
Bioshock.
Yeah.
Sure.
Haven't played it. I just learned of it today.
Yeah.
But it reminded me
Wait,
that
is Bioshock the one underwater?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm not talking about Bioshock.
Oh,
Oh,
Jesus
jeez.
Christ.
The one where they're in the desert and he's like,
Oh, I know the one she means.
Bio something.
Borderlands.
Borderlands.
Oh, okay.
Borderlands.
Right. Sure. Okay.
This is
Yes.
not going to be my strong suit this episode.
Okay.
Yeah,
Tell me
because
about Borderlands,
they did a sequel, a
prequel.
pre-sequel.
Borderlands, the pre-sequel.
And they got their voice actors to just like be like local Australians, and the studio was like, "I love that Australia is like the moon is Australian,
Yeah.
and everyone on the moon is Australian. That's a really funny thing." And they're like, "Oh, we just got like our friends to do the voice actors temporarily, but like if you think that's a cool idea, then that's what we're going with. The moon is Australian. Good."
Right. So I'm going to pick a video game, which I'm pretty sure is called Remember Me, but I'm not sure if it is. It was published by Don't Nod before they made Life is Strange, and that was back when they were just a little indie French studio. And it's about this, and I also did not finish this game, so let's see how we go. It's about this sort of dystopian world where there's these secret agents who go around and rummage in people's memories and use it to solve crimes and or, further the regime's agenda and whatnot.
You know what's tricky about this genre, by the way, is that there's already so many terrible films based on video games coming out. They were like, man, wouldn't it be terrible if they made an emoji film? Oh,
Like
wait.
Silent Hill.
Emojis are not a game, Dan.
Well, whatever.
Sit
Angry
down.
Birds.
No,
Shut
no,
up.
shut up.
Heck.
Hell. So,
Bleep that out. That could be one of his bleeps. Just bleep that whole section out.
no, I'm just going to cut that out, carte blanche.
Jeez.
Thanks, buddy.
No, the one with Adam Sandler and the Pac-Man thing.
Oh,
Oh, that wasn't based on a specific video game. It was just
based on arcade
ruining
games.
the genre.
What was
of
it called?
Pixels. It was ripped off of a YouTube video from like 6 years before it.
Yeah, that thing.
And
Ugh, yuck.
It wasn't a great movie, no.
No.
I'm not really a hater, but I would
you're not really a hater, are you?
just for you.
That's
I save it. I save it in a little. I save it in a little jar.
Scary. Anyway,
I'm not really a hater, more of a detester.
Yeah,
so we're going to start with
a one shot.
an establishing shot, not a one shot.
Don't know what that is. I'm guessing it's a one shot.
No, it's a shot where you establish the setting of your film.
Oh, you like move through things.
Sure. It's
What the fuck does it mean then? Teach me, learn. I thought this was educational.
No, it's foreign film.
Oh, even worse.
I did educational.
So establishing shot is either used to mean the first shot in the movie to establish your movie, or more generally, the first shot in a scene to establish where you are. So you know how in Futurama, when they're in the main building, Planet Express, they start with an exterior shot of Planet Express? That's an establishing shot, because you're establishing that these characters who are now talking are at Planet Express.
Oh, yikes. All right.
So that's the video equivalent of saying, like, meanwhile, back at base.
Sure.
Right?
Bugs in the software flash the message, something's out there, floating in the summer sky, 99 red balloons float by. Mm-hmm. So, we start in a big square. There's a bunch of protesters protesting the whatever government. They're super fascist, authoritarian, whatever. Garden
The
Variety
protesters are, or?
No, the government's dystopian. The protesters like, we don't want fascism and or authoritarianism and or dystopian regimes.
Oh.
We don't want to be in China.
Hot take.
More communists than fascists, but I take your point.
I don't think it's really communism, because it's like not. I don't know.
They certainly do, and I think they would know.
I don't know. I feel
Oh, okay.
They like
Write
you're
a
not
letter.
allowed to talk about the government negatively. And
Yeah,
sort of
that's
stuff.
because
And we see these two people in like all right, so everyone's going to be wearing just middle grey clothes, like grey, like they're not wearing jumpsuits, they're all wearing like pants and shirts and hoodies and whatnot. Everyone's wearing different clothes, but they're the exact same shade of monotone grey, just like mid grey.
50 Shades of Grey.
No, one shade of grey the entire movie.
Movie's called One Shade of Grey.
single anal bead.
Single shade of
Except
grey.
the two, then we jump back up to a helicopter flying over the square, and inside are two special agency people, and they're allowed a single, their lapels are a single colour to show that they're, the feds basically.
Salmon.
Sure, salmon pink lapels.
Mm-hmm.
It looks good with grey.
Is this Equilibrium? Do they know the gun cutter?
Yeah. Are you going to tell us the game?
Oh, I did. Remember me.
I've never heard of it.
Exactly. So when you ask in 5 minutes, I'll be sure to tell you again.
Well, someone might have also not heard.
It's
that's
funny that she keeps
listening, if there is
forgetting.
anyone
Yeah.
listening.
So it is kind of Equilibrium, but it's going to go in a definitely different direction than Gun Carter. But it's the same general dystopian ideas.
Okay.
Except instead of the drugs that make you have no emotions, the government's just super like, nah, we're in charge. Like, just no selling the whole idea of freedom. So these people get helicoptered into the back of the square, and there's like a little pop-up gazebo, but it's hidden in amongst the bushes of the park and whatnot in the square. And that's where like the resistance is starting to formulate some plans. And there's a stealth scene. No killing, no action, no nothing. As they sneak past, they get out of the helicopter, they sneak through, and then the guy distracts some other guards by like touching them on the shoulders and making them relive some really shitty memories from earlier in their life.
Mm-hmm.
While the female agent, whose name is in the game and that I don't remember, touches the resistance leader on the shoulder and sorts through his memories and like rearranges them so he doesn't want to be, he loves the government now. But while she's sorting through his memories, she sees like all the actual bad things the government's done that she didn't see because she's been, working for him for the last 10 years. And so she has second thoughts. And
she turns.
She turns, but she also fiddles with his memories in such a way that he gives up being a resistance leader for now, but she plants some seeds for later. And this is when she starts, sowing the seeds for the real revolution. And then, her partner and her go back home like, yep, we did a great job saving the government. Everything's good. See you tomorrow, partner. See you tomorrow. And then she goes home and has to have like a reconciliation with all these new ideas about what the government is. And she has a breakdown because she's like, I love the government. I've always... Wait a minute. And she touches herself on the shoulder and she sorts through her own memories and realizes that her memories have been fucked with by her partner in the memory police.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Is like what the video game is? Are you like creating a movie from a concept?
No, I definitely remember you flitter around in people's memories in this game. That was the main mechanic.
Oh, okay, cool. Because I'm like, how does that be a video game?
The main game mechanic is you infiltrate in a dystopian world and then you find someone and rearrange their memories to some end.
Oh, okay.
And I think it pulls up like a little movie editor or something, so you have to like move the memory clips around.
Actually,
I think
funny.
so. I played it for a couple hours years ago. It was good, but I just didn't.
It's an educational of how to teach you how to use Movie Maker. Flexed into a video game.
Yeah, Windows Movie Maker wasn't getting the market share it used to.
You sure this isn't just some kind of video off, like editing software tutorial?
Yeah, you were just super high.
Just dropped a bunch of acid. Right, time to learn some things.
Yeah.
All right, Premiere
actually
Pro.
a YouTube
You don't like
video
me, and
teaching
I
you.
don't like you. So let's both drop acid and get this done. So she refigures out her own memories to find out her true life story, and we get a flashback, and it's all sad. She lost her sister to death or something.
To death.
I lost her to dead.
The classic death got her.
Because of the government or something.
The heckin' death.
And so then we get a bit of a montage of her going back through work, and she's, subtly rearranging her office around her and, quietly touching people, trying to, just tap their memories, like finger on the balance a tiny bit. And she basically manipulates it into such a way that she gets her partner and her sent out on a mission where they'd be alone. And then they have like a bit of a standoff and, they monologue about society and freedom and whatnot. And it ends with them touching each other on the shoulder. And as a bit of a race, we see like split screen as them trying to rearrange each other's memories to sort of like out-duel the other one to, survive.
Oh, and does it work on both of them? Like she's like goes back to being like a tool of the state, and then the male partner's like, wow, I've been really woken up, and then like their agendas totally switch? No. Oh.
See, that would be the way I would go around it if I didn't want to, try. So, instead...
Someone got their kitty cat claws out.
So,
Sass.
Because they're touching each
Put your
other...
suggestions back in your pocket.
Yeah.
Save them for your picture, buddy.
Sure, maybe I will.
Good.
I think you need some bleeps.
And
And
so
you just told him to fuck off.
That's fine. So, because they're touching each other's shoulders, they're creating a memory feedback loop. And so she doesn't really want to hurt the guy, but she realizes that he's so committed to this whole government fascism thing that rearranging his memories isn't going to save it. So she really, we cut back to real life. Oh, and we, like, they both have like television static on their retinas as like the visual effect to know that someone's rooting around in their memories. And then there's a single tear that comes out of her eye as she like short circuits his brain, so the feedback loop collapses his mind, and he just sort of brain dies.
Oh, rude.
Yeah.
Does she brain die?
No, but she had to make the choice to sort of cause his death to escape and survive.
So she murders him.
Heck.
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And she's really broken up about the murder, even though it was sort of him or her. And then...
Survivor's guilt.
Well, yeah, but
classic.
she instigated that, right?
Yeah. Like, here's the thing, Damien. There's no black or white in this world. It's all morally grey.
Because it's foreign.
No, because I said everyone's in grey suits earlier. Oh my God, I set that up and everything.
Uh-huh.
I literally baited that.
Oh,
I
fucking
knew
calm
you'd
down,
ask.
mate. You did one shot, and suddenly people in grey, we have to understand the concepts of your moral ambiguities. Ciao.
Wow, you really got me. So,
Yeah, so she's a murderer. Yep.
and now she's committed to toppling the government.
By murdering other people.
She resolves to never kill again.
After this one.
So is this the second movie?
No, this is...
this is my first and only murder. I'm allowed to have one.
This is a long-ass
It
movie.
was
It is a foreign film, though.
Look, that's the whole point, is that it was morally ambiguous. She did kill him. It was kind of self-defense, but also she instigated it. So, yeah. It's a whole thing.
Unless it's
self-defense.
like
She was just trying to kill him, and then he was fighting back. So
she wasn't trying to kill him. She was trying to rearrange his memory so he wasn't so rah-rah fascism.
That's like...
But was he picking up on her being a naughty Nelly?
Yeah,
So did he sort of set that up too?
kind of.
Yeah. There you go. Grey.
So...
Like my thoughts on this movie.
It's not even fucking over yet. It's halfway through.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Fucking Christ.
What? My movie's either
I
go
thought
for
that
too
was the
short or
end.
too long. You people are never happy.
Long. This one's long.
Long.
Heckin' long.
So, then we move into the third act where...
17th act.
Sit down.
I am.
So...
Lie down.
Tell Damien to sit down.
No, I kind of gave Damien his just desserts earlier, which I feel like is why he came back hard at me with the murder thing.
Pavlova, yum.
So, using the memory she set up in the rebel leader earlier, she memory swipes her way stealthily into the fascist government's palace, and she rearranges their memories to, end this whole fascism dealio.
Uh-huh.
And then as we get the news montage of everything becoming not fascist and shit and whatever, she goes around and memory wipes everyone else who can do the memory wipe business, so they can't memory wipe. And everyone, including herself, as the last one. And then everyone gets to live happily in not fascism, authoritarian, dystopian universe anymore.
So she's... so she's like, man, I sure do hate fascism, so what I'll do is use violence to force people to think what I want them to think.
She's using the tools the regime gave her to overthrow the regime.
Mm-hmm.
You're coming off very authoritarian and pro-fascism here, Damien.
Yeah, I'm pretty authoritarian leaning.
Oh, so that's why you don't like the movies, because I'm overthrowing your core beliefs.
Yeah.
You should go to Vietnam.
I've been to Vietnam.
It was nice. It was scary. I didn't want to get murdered.
Did you feel like you were going to get murdered in Vietnam?
Well, I felt like if I said the wrong thing, like I would suddenly be not known where I am.
Really?
From other people. If that makes sense. That wasn't a sentence.
I've got to imagine being in a foreign place where the majority language isn't English could feel like you're on the verge of being very isolated.
Yeah, because we were in a lot of places. Like, we didn't just do the
touristy stuff.
Yeah, we went to some towns that literally there wasn't another white person there.
Oh, wow.
In the whole small city. And it was pretty crazy. And especially once you got into those smaller places, you could really see the communism coming out. We had this one lady. We were talking to her for 4 hours, and she was going on about how it's just hidden more and these conspiracy theories, and she's on a list to go to jail if they ever find her because she speaks the truth about the war and things like that. And
shit.
How the American soldiers weren't the bad guys, and how it's all twisted to make it sound like they are, which is 100% is over there, in the museums. It's all because when you read through it, it doesn't really make sense. It feels like it's missing something. And it's because if you just went by their information, they cut out such big sections.
Oh yeah, they edit such large portions.
Yeah, they make it sound like the Vietnamese were the good the whole time, and the Americans came in for no reason and just fuck shit up. And you're well, it's not completely that. It was just a little bit overwhelmingly, it's kind of creepy.
Yeah, man, you should see the bloody North Korean versions of events.
Yeah,
that's really spooky.
Yeah,
they've got a really high fictitious version of events.
And we went to a disability school where it wasn't a school, it wasn't to a point, but they were also teaching them skills to basically busk on the street because they were never going to get a job. So it was when they left that school, they could do something to and so she was teaching them English phrases and things so they could speak to tourists, so they could do musical stuff and things like that. And we were playing Uno with them and stuff. And one of the girls who went to university to be a nurse or a teacher was volunteering there as well, who was Vietnamese, and just for no reason whatsoever, completely irrelevant, she kept pressuring on us our supreme leader Ho Chi Minh saved our country, and was really pushing it onto us, and we're you, why are you talking like this?
Uncle Ho.
Yeah, we weren't secret spies coming in to make sure she was pro the government. It was felt like that though. It was really what the fuck is going on?
Draw 4. This must be the work of the Americans.
yeah, exactly.
Uno, praise be that guy you just said.
Ho Chi Minh.
Ho Chi Minh. Is he named after the city, or is the city named after him?
The city's named after him.
There's some sick statues of him around, massive.
Yeah, and he's
say what you want about dictators. They commission great statues.
Exactly.
That's legit, though.
Sure.
Yeah.
I've never seen a statue that cool in Australia.
We don't really have that many statues, do we?
Yeah, not really.
Well, we've got lots of war memorials.
Yeah,
after World War I,
the Australian War Memorial.
We went into the war memorial business after World War One. Every town's got its own little.
So you're
obelisk.
saying after World War One there was a bit of a depression?
That is not what I'm saying.
All right, whose turn is it?
Not mine.
That makes sense. Do you want me to go or do you want to go? I'll go middle.
No, don't worry, guys. I'll go. I'll go again. I'll just do all
Did
three.
you go?
No,
no, that's fine. You've had enough.
I've had enough. That was the least shit foreign film we've ever had on this show.
All right, where's the thingy?
Why, do you really like Fuck You, Moon Man? That's 2.
No, I've already sworn heaps. You just missed them. I have War.
Oh,
What is
a
it
video
good for?
game based on? Well, okay, that's easy, right?
I
Yeah.
know, but the thing it would be for you. I've never played a video game based on war because I don't play video games. The only video game I've ever played is like Sims. More than like someone handing me the controller and I like play it for like 30 seconds, then get shot, then I give it back.
How do you get shot in The Sims?
Well, that I mean, except
Oh,
The Sims. I mean,
right.
like some
In
like
video
in
games that
parties and
aren't The
stuff.
Sims.
Like sometimes like
Yeah.
they'll like, but I've never really actually played it. I understood the storyline.
You never played like the old Wolfenstein games?
No, I played Mario Kart sometimes, and like Mario.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Well,
not really war.
If you want a
That's a war.
shortcut, there's been a video game about literally every war that has a name that you can think of.
yeah, like
There's been...
cops ops,
COD
World War
Blops.
One,
Yeah.
World War Two.
Yep.
Was it ops?
Black Ops?
Black? No,
Yeah.
cop.
COD Blops.
COD
Yes, Call of Duty Black Ops
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
and World.
COD Blops.
I don't want to do that though. I don't
Yeah.
know. I kind of want to do. I want to do like. I don't want to just like do the storyline.
You can
of
always
the
do
thing.
Plants vs. Zombies. That was sort of a war between plants and zombies.
I think I'm just gonna go with Sims. I'm gonna go with what I know. I'm gonna create a
war in The Sims? Yeah,
Yep.
sure. Go for it.
I'm gonna be very loose on the term war. Fight me on it. It doesn't have to be a world war.
No, Damien.
It can be a war within
Alex.
themselves.
God.
Redacted.
Your name's
Redacted.
redacted. Jesus. Do you want the feds to be all over me?
Wee woo,
Yikes.
memory police. Here we go.
Big old yucky.
I'll bleep my accidental saying of your name misredacted.
Thank Jesus.
Bleep.
Okay, so my war is a war amongst Sims. So you know how you can like make Sim houses and then you like take the door away and they're like locked in and then you do like different like
Yes.
stuff to them to like see who survives the longest, like almost like a big brother for Sims.
Yeah, you become the guy from Saw.
A
And you
cruel,
just
malevolent
trap them in
god.
some kind of like hell.
Yeah.
Where they like shit themselves and panic.
Yeah. Well, so yeah, but like so you'll like make them all go in the pool
And take out
and
the
then like
ladders.
take the ladders out
Yeah.
and the first one to die dies and the rest win and get to keep playing.
Get to live.
Yeah.
Get to go to the
And
next
it's like
round
the
of
last
the sick torture
the
game.
last Sim alive wins.
Jeez.
I can't actually say I've ever done it, but I want to. I should get Sims and like do that. I feel like Sims 2 or like an earlier one would work better.
I think Sims 1 would be optimal for that.
Yeah.
Because that was when The Sims really had low-level programming.
I'll have a go on all of them and I'll get back to you and say. which
All
one I
right,
like
do
the
some
best.
science. Do
Yeah.
some empirical
Yeah.
testing.
In which version of The Sims does the suffering come across as most delicious to the omnipotent kind of viewer? Well, they really, really don't like that in Sims 2.
Yeah. So it's gonna be like it starts off as a person going into like a house.
Mm-hmm.
And
So
like like a Big Brother, the TV show Big Brother, that
Oh,
sort
yeah.
of like thing.
So in this movie, at this point, do we know we're doing a Sims thing, or is
No.
it okay? Yeah.
It comes out later.
So they just know they're going to
Probably.
a Big Brother sort of thing.
Yeah. And they like are just sort of living their lives, like thinking it's like a TV show for people to watch, right? And they start like things just like randomly appear and they just
Like
assume
walls and appliances.
just random like as they're
All the
buying
smoke
more
alarms
things like on
disappear.
Sims, things keep like going and coming and they're like, oh, this is weird, but I guess it's like some sort of like ninja brings it in, like because we're in Big Brother.
Yeah.
Fucking ninjas.
And yeah, they start to like do things that they didn't want to do, and they're like trying to do something else, and it keeps they're just like they're like, what's going on? Like
Their
this is-
autonomy starts.
their
disappearing.
autonomy starts like going down and down and down to the point where they're like doing things to other people and like doing things they don't want to do, like. Yeah, like they're going into the pool fully clothed and like, I don't know why I'm doing this. Like, I don't want to do this. And people are like, stop. And he's like, I can't. And they're like getting in.
You keep walking to do something, you just stop in the middle. Like,
Yeah, you're
what
like
was I doing?
exhausted. You're like working in the gym and like you're like nearly dead, and you're like, I need to stop, but they can't. So
I
it turns
wanna
into like
stop.
almost a bit of like a horror, and people sort of figure out that it's like a war against each other, and they're like, I just need to like keep.
Oh, like it's last person standing.
Yeah, and they sort of realize that, and they're like, I need to be. Put my hands in my pocket. Where the both. I don't know where I'm going with this. We'll just do COD and people shoot. There's a war.
No, I liked where you were going. It wasn't a war, but
Yeah.
it was interesting.
I guess it turns into a no. It's more like what I said. Like they all have to do the same thing, and they like realize that it is like they got to compete against each other. So they start. Yeah, so sort of scratch everything I said in that last minute and a half. It is where like they all get in the pool at the same time, even they don't know why, and they start realizing that it's not their.
Oh,
autonomy,
like
but
there's
they
this
realize,
really creepy shot of them all walking towards the pool at the same time. Like,
Yeah.
what's
they're like,
happening?
not again. But they realize
There's
like
a really old sim.
the first time someone dies, like their autonomy comes back to them, and so they sort of like, well, it's survival of the fittest. Like clearly, this is how you get through it. So like, they're all like trying to fix something if they get electric, like so like very like sim things, like so suddenly they go out into the backyard and there's like all ovens there and they've got to like fix it, like on Sims how they got to like learn how to do it. So they're all doing that, and like the first person to get electrocuted dies, and then like the rest don't have to do it anymore. So they start doing like sassy things, like in the pool, like they sort of like push someone down and like be a bit like play dirty, and then they like fiddle with the wire earlier so that person's
They're
more
sabotaging
likely,
each other.
yeah, because they want it, like if that person dies then I'm back to being autonomous. So we get down to like there was like 20 or something, whatever the max number for Sims are, 9 or whatever, and you get down to like the last 3. Oh, what's something you can do in Sims to kill people? Fire. A fire is a good one.
Yeah.
So there's like
Yep.
there's like how does a fire start? There's a fireplace, because I know that can start fires.
Yep.
Because so like they're all sitting around a fire, and then one realizes that it's like getting harder to move because like the autonomy goes away slowly. So he like strategically sits further away and like doesn't tell the other ones, like because they're on a couch. So he sits like as far away as he can, and they can like feel the autonomy like going away. And he sits down, they're all stuck. Then they realize, because they were like sitting there just talking, they're like, oh my god, no, it's stuck. And so the fire comes out, and he's like the safest one. So they like gets another one. And he's like, okay, this is the last 2 people. Like I've got this person. Like I've just got to like beat this last person at a thing, and then like I'm free. I'm the pure sim. And then we just, what do we want to do? What's a good one?
Maybe the Grim Reaper shows up, because the Grim Reaper does show up sometimes in The Sims.
Because the other way you can kill Sims, right, is you just like wall them in.
Oh,
so
true.
if you just wall the 2 people so they're just face to face.
Yeah, but like put a window so they're looking at each other.
Yeah, the last so that's
because suddenly like they're in the kitchen or something, and suddenly walls pop up, and they're like, oh my god, and they like can't move anymore. Yeah, and there's like, and then a window comes because it's like dark, and window comes, and they're like, oh, like. They're so like they're yelling at each other and like banging. It's like a girl and a boy that were like in love, so they sort of work together a bit. I'm gonna bring that in. So they like had a relationship, and so they're like, oh my god, like we can do it. Like surely we can. I don't know, like something happens there, and then one dies.
Yep.
And then the Grim Reaper comes, because that comes every time we'll say, and like takes the person away, and so that person away, then the walls and stuff disappear, and they're like, oh my god, I'm free, I'm the winner, and they like sort of like come out and they're looking. And then it just like all goes dark because the person stopped playing because they won. So they're like,
see, I like your ending. I thought the ending could have been when they're the last sim standing, they get access to the interface of the sim, so they get free will and they can start building their own house and
oh, that'd be cute,
like living their life.
No,
just with
Sims
the memories
off.
of the tragedy.
They turned it off.
Yours is a much more apt ending for that story, though.
Yeah, because so often you play stuff that you just leave that family.
Yeah, because you know who the last person gets who stays alive in a Tontine?
What?
Death in the end, anyway.
Did they die? I don't know what Tontine is.
Tontine is the thing where you agree to... is the Flying Hellfish episode of The Simpsons. With the
It's like last one alive gets the thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
So like in your movie, it's kind of last one alive gets the free will, but joke's on the last person alive. They die anyway when the person closes the game.
Yeah.
Your pitch kind of reminds me a bit of the movie Cube. Did you ever see that?
No.
They're like stuck in this kind of like weird puzzle set of rooms, and they're all like, it's filled with like traps and like dangers, and they don't understand it, and they're all just like
getting killed off.
Yeah, getting killed off one by one, and then like only the last one that survives is actually like allowed to leave.
So I guess loosely war. Like a war against each
not
other.
really war though. Like
it's a war on free will.
Yeah, well, it's like they're sort of fighting against themselves. I thought in a sense as well, just like redoing.
No, but I'm trying to be constructive and help.
Like you could do one where they're like an army person, and for some reason they just never die because they're the main character. They get through to the end.
Wow, I sure have been shot a lot, but I keep going.
They're imbued with the power of the quick save, quick load.
Yeah.
God, that would be an amazing power to have if you're aware of it. It would be insane.
That's like the power I would want most in this world. Quick save, quick load.
What does that mean?
Quick save, quick load is in games, you press a button and it saves exactly where you are instantaneously.
Yeah.
And then it's something, if anything happens, another button just resets you to where you...
The last quick save.
Oh my God.
So it's like, hey, I don't know what's about to happen. You quick save. And then you do a thing, and then if it doesn't go the way you want, you can just quick load back, and you can just keep trying as many times as you want.
That is a ridiculous amount of power.
Yeah, imagine living a life.
Do you age though, or do you get that age?
You
back
don't age.
No. You just go back, but you keep the experience
and the memories.
Kept. Yeah.
So it's like, you even like you get like if I go back a year, I get that year of life back. I'm not going to be like 14 when I was 13 sort of thing. That is that could That's all.
And like you could just do a job interview.
You
and
could
just
be
like
a
keep
billionaire.
doing
You
it
would just
until
do
you
a
get it
tax
right.
lotto
until you
ticket.
yeah.
Like
Yep.
buy it for 2 hours
Yes.
later. Know the numbers. Go back
Yes.
2 hours. Buy it.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, that's fucked. That you could literally do anything.
Yes.
Like if you know the answers to everything.
Yes.
But the thing is, once you've quick saved, you can't go back.
You can't go
further
earlier than that.
There's only one current quick save.
Oh, so you can't go back ages.
Yeah, so you're like, oh man, I could go back like 4 days, but if your quick save was 5 minutes ago, then whatever.
Yeah.
I guess you get to a point like you're 32, you hit quick save, and you just let it roll for 30 years, and you're like, that was a good run. Let's try it again a different way.
Yeah, that's another good use.
Yeah.
You should just let it ride.
Yeah, like every week. You like
Technology
sort some stuff out.
will never really advance further than you're willing to do time loops to advance it, but you'll get to live as long as you want, as long as you can quick load before you die. Yeah.
Yeah.
Quasi-immortality.
Yeah, because you get to a point in your age where you like don't even want a quick save again because like then you lose all that.
The possibilities.
Yeah, you'd have to like because if you like just want to do a quick one, you're like, well, that leaves that opportunity to get to go back 30 years.
Yep.
That'd actually be torture. Like if you're at the prime timeline and you're like, oh man, I became rich and famous and like, got 7 PhDs and learned everything I wanted and like met the woman of my dreams. Like I've really nailed this timeline. You'd be like, man, I don't even want a quick load anymore. I just have to like let it ride because
Eventually you will come
But you
to a
could quick
point.
save at that point.
Yeah.
yeah,
If you
sure.
want to.
Yeah, if
want
you
to.
feel like you've epitome of your life.
Yeah. I mostly just quick save and then like murder people that annoy me and then quick load.
I did that in
just
Fallout
for like
3.
the feeling.
Yeah.
It was really weird in Fallout 3 when I did that because it felt like an abstraction of the game concept where it was a new superpower. It was weird. But yeah, no, that's uniquely
Just
powerful.
quick save, throw someone out a window.
Yeet.
Quick save, beat someone over the head with a chair.
Yeah. I feel like everyone should get one person they're allowed to hit it with a chair once. Like you get one token.
I saw someone, another high school story. They like threw a chair across the room and hit it someone, like threw a chair at someone across the room.
You went to a rough high school.
Yeah, it wasn't the best.
Jeez.
It was like the lowest public school in the area. for
Oh
sure.
wow. I went to a
Okay,
boring
so-
high school.
Arguably, I guess.
Yeah.
I feel like I
A
have...
boarding school.
No, I went to a boring
Oh,
school.
boring. I was like, Jesus, you don't hear much about that anymore.
No, that's what the nuns teach you.
Yeah. What?
Okay, so
Not to tell people.
I'm gonna pull a genre real quick.
Oh, we're still doing this?
Jeez, Damien.
I'm so triggered from my one in my life. I'm like, just kill this. Just end me. Bury me.
Bury me.
A bad movie remake of a beloved video
That's-
game.
I don't want to say mine's a bad. Well, I guess it could be bad.
Oh,
It probably would be
mine
bad.
is
Like it wasn't an accurate adaptation, but it was a good movie in and of itself.
Yeah. People will be like, this isn't Sims. You never, ever, like, acknowledge Sims.
You don't even see the plumb bob.
Yeah. Stop it. Every see your plumb bob, you're like, no!
No, my free will is gone.
Yeah.
Is that what it's
Yes,
called? The
master.
little
Yeah,
like,
it says
plumb
plumb
bob.
bob.
plumb bob.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, they name some stupid shit. Like, what they say is llamas.
Llamas.
No, sorry, that's the little things.
Simoleons. Is
No,
the,
what they have, like the things that come up above.
oh,
their
the
heads.
symbols.
Yeah, pretty sure that's llamas.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think. I
The
might be
Sims
wrong.
people are obsessed with llamas. All throughout SimCity, there's jokes about like llamas and dromedaries and
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's llamas
Camels and
everywhere.
alpacas.
I think it's just a Will Wright thing.
yeah, right.
Bitches like
well, right.
llamas.
So my genre is espionage / intrigue.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's good.
Yeah.
what kind of games have espionage / intrigue that don't have movies? Because the Hitman
That's what I was
games
gonna say.
have
Yeah.
movies already.
Movies.
Assassin's Creed has
A movie.
Does it?
movies.
Yeah.
Witcher.
That's
Alex is playing that at the moment. Though it's like an assassin thing. I think.
It's more of a monster fighter game.
Isn't he? I thought he was just like an assassin. He just does anyone's work, from what Alex says. He just fights either side. He doesn't care. He just
Yeah,
gets
he's,
money.
He's, sort of a general mercenary.
Yeah,
Because the Witchers are the only people who can really fight supernaturally stuff. Some of the Tom Clancy has a couple stealthy games that haven't been turned into movies yet.
Oh yeah, like the Rainbow Six
Yeah.
kind of games.
There's the 007
Ghost
games.
Protocol.
Yeah, but that's already movies.
Yeah, but it's
That's
made.
turned into
So
games.
it's a movie made into a game, but it's not a game that already has a movie.
So like GoldenEye, the game, the movie.
Yeah,
The game, the movie.
you're welcome.
Our job is banned. Most games have a stealth section, so you can sort of loosely pull from whenever you want, if you would like.
So
Mario.
Payday has some stealth missions.
okay,
If you really want to go balls to the wall,
if I really
clone
wanted
cops.
to remake Point Break, my game is actually going to be
Sims.
Sims 2.
My game is actually going to be the Mario Kart movie.
Ooh, love that.
Right? Because the genre is espionage intrigue, not the genre of the game. The genre of the movie is espionage/intrigue. So it's going
Are you not wearing shoes?
No, it's my own home, Alex.
Okay.
So, well, you notice you can't compete with our shoe game. So,
Yeah. Where's all your fun ones?
yeah, no, I'm having a casual day.
Oh, all right. I'm not happy with it, though.
Well, I'm glad I didn't wear anything fancy because, like, I'm not going to top your sequins.
I know.
I've got a pair of Vans if you're desperate.
I'm not desperate.
No one's that
They're
desperate.
blue.
Okay, so it's Mario Kart. Oh, sorry.
Don't touch the mic.
It's Mario Kart. So it opens with kind of a glorious 3D kind of like rolling Mario Kart sequence that everyone kind of like dreams of. It's like the characters have been like
Rainbow Road.
Fuck Rainbow Road.
No, it's going to be like
It's the worst map. No bumpers. No muss.
It's going to be like the Luigi's Raceway, the like simple one on the Mushroom Cup.
The castle.
No, the anyway, one of the really basic ones.
Okay.
So they're going to be doing that race, and Mario's there, and
Yoshi.
and Bowser, and Yoshi, and whatever. And they're all kind of like jostling, and they're like, but they're kind of like more scaled with their vehicles. So it's like they're more like kind of in dune buggy type things than tiny little skateboards that they're sitting in. So it's kind of got a bit more like realistic scale.
So they're
to
in
it.
cars instead of carts.
Yeah, but
Oh my god, it's called Mario Cars.
no, they're still in like
Book it. Love it. Do it. Here's $1 million. Make it. Sold.
So they're racing, and then
It's like that prison one where they make the cars, but it's like Mario. Have you seen that one? It's like a movie where the prisoners like have to build cars and race other people, and if they like win, they get like time off their
It sounds like
sentence.
a great movie, though.
It is.
may I proceed?
No.
Oh.
Heck to the no.
Okay, so Toad is currently winning.
Mm-hmm.
He's in the lead, and
Ugh,
everyone.
Toad. Worst.
Yeah. He's just like
Toad.
overtakes, and Wario's at the very back, and it's all looking fine. It's a beautiful day. There's crowds cheering, whatever, and then all of a sudden, one of the wheels on Toad's carts is kind of like loose, and then he's like, "What the heck?" And then it like spins out of control and becomes like a horrific fireball crash sequence, and then like
Is
all
this
the
like
little
human or is it cartoon?
It's kind of like
People playing the characters?
No, it's like CG, so it's like
CGI,
kind of cartoony.
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
And it's like this horrible fireball, and the tone of the music, instead of being like the high pitch, it's like
wop, wop, wop.
yeah. And then the crowd stops cheering, and they're oh my god! And then the pit crew of the cute little like helpers, and the little cloud comes out and like with the fire extinguisher and tries to put it out, and it's just like oh Jesus Christ! Like it's a total mess.
Could survive that.
Yeah, and they're just like kind of get some barbecue forks and like kind of like, get like the roasted
I know
mushroom
you're
out of
vegetarian and you really like mushrooms.
And,
come on, man.
Yeah, and
Toad just died.
Yeah, and it's like he died. He actually died, and everyone's like,
dead.
"Holy shit!"
How
and people
graphic is this? Do you get a full
you see his
visual of his
children
face
crying.
all fucked up?
It's like pretty bad, and
Yeah.
like so there's like tarp over it, and like
A top.
yeah.
You get a top.
And Peach comes over and is like, "Oh my god, is he okay?" And like kind of lifts over the top, and then there's like
Months.
vomits. Yeah,
Yeah.
on the tarmac.
What is the
face.
tone of this?
It's like suddenly going like
It's
all
M.
serious, right?
It's M for sure.
And then Mario is like, so it kind of like cuts, and like 2 weeks later, and Mario's like, you know, at the
Smoking.
funeral, and like they're all saying nice words about it, and then
it's raining.
I can't believe he's gone.
yeah, and then Luigi
You know-
and Peach come to Mario, and they're like, you know, we should really find out what's going on.
Mario.
And Mario's like, it was an accident. It could have
Yeah.
happened to anyone. You know, like we need to kind of like move on. Like, you know, the season's just begun, and people are relying on us, and you know, like we accept the risks of what we do. Like, you know, it might look fun and whimsical, but like this is kind of a serious sport, and like we accept the risks and blah blah blah. And Luigi just kind of isn't accepting this, and he enlists Donkey Kong. Who is his like kind of Chewbacca, like he just makes like noises, and so Luigi and Chewbacca, Luigi and Donkey Kong as Chewbacca are going to be our kind of like people looking into this, and they are like, no, something wasn't right. Like Toad always took such good care of his cart, and they go in late at night to the evidence room. and are looking at his cart and realizing some of the bolts are like kind of cut. And like,
This bolt did not snap. It was a cut.
yeah, this was like a deliberate.
Oh.
This has been sabotaged.
Oh.
And they kind of bring it to Mario, and he's like,
It's me in denial.
like you know, what do you guys know about this? It was like obviously sheared from the.
You guys are trying to get me off of my game.
Yeah.
I will win the cup.
There's nothing going on here, and Luigi's like, no, something like, you know, there's definitely something kind of not right about this. Like, we need to take this seriously. And then they're kind of like preparing. So you see, like, they're really serious in their private life, but they've got these public personas that they come out and they're like
keeping up the appearance.
Yeah, it's me, Mario, and like, all right, let's get on with the races. It's
So
fun.
he like doesn't have an accent at all when they're just talking normally.
Yeah. He's like serious.
When
kind
he's
of voice.
back
Like,
at base, Luigi's like, man, I don't
He's got
think
like
this was
a
an accident.
thick Chicago
Get the
accent.
fuck out of here,
And
Luigi.
you see like the racetracks and stuff where they look really cartoony and like kind of brightly lit on the outside.
Yeah.
You see it's just like all like theater sets. Like they've just got like the backboards and like light bulbs and
It
stuff.
really is
Turns
just
out
cardboard.
Mushroom Kingdom's in a heavy recession. This is all just a facade to keep the populace happy.
Yeah. It's like kind of a big like, you know, splendid kind of show.
So North Korea.
But it's all like kind of bread and circuses, right? So it's like Rainbow Road is just like in a studio backlot somewhere. It's not even in space.
We couldn't afford space.
And then
It's
Luigi's
just
like,
really
you know,
dark.
You
so
know
it
what?
looks
Like,
floating.
maybe accidents do just happen. I don't even know. And then in the next race, when they're racing on one of the beach tracks, we'll just use the Mario 64 kind of classic tracks because
That's a good one.
I do
get
like
those
Cheap Cheap.
nostalgic eyeballs. The brake line on
Bones.
Donkey Kong's cart
Poor Bones.
breaks when he's
shit.
executing a jump.
Oh no.
Yeah, and he's trying to jump into the cave section
Yep.
to take the shortcut. And the brake line cuts and he like goes careening into the side of the
He
cliff
just falls over.
and like it also gets wrecked and
Yep.
he like doesn't die but he's just like in really bad condition and they rush him to hospital and Luigi's like, nah man, like I'm onto
happened
something
again.
here. Yeah, I cannot believe this. What are the chances? And Donkey Kong's like kind of barely able to see out of one eye and
I'm dying.
her. And he's like, this is because we got too close. Like they're trying to take us out, all us good racers.
I hope you're going where I think you're going. Let's
It's
find out.
Mario.
And then he is like, okay, well, clearly, like,
Someone's behind this.
yeah, clearly someone's behind
we're
this.
close.
One of the racers, and is like, kind of, all right, I think I know what's going on here. And he's like watching the other racers closely, and he sees kind of like Wario's like up to something.
Yeah.
And he's like, you know, getting near other people's carts and taking a look at them. And he also sees Wario sneaking out of one of the racing hangars
Yep.
late at night. And he's like, yeah, right, I've got something. I definitely am kind of onto it. And he goes and takes his concerns to Mario. And Mario's like, nah, this is like...
It's a Wario. He just does a look. He does these things.
Yeah, like if you think Wario's up to something, like maybe you're right, but I don't know. Like, gonna need hard evidence before we can accuse him of anything, because it's pretty serious.
You're accusing a man of 1.5 murders. Get some fucking evidence.
Yeah, I mean, technically killing a monkey wouldn't be a murder, but it's cruelty to animals, I suppose.
He's a gorilla.
And what's murdering a toad?
Well,
Given that they're mushrooms, Damien.
yeah, I guess that wouldn't be murder either. That would just be like
Barbecuing.
A vegetarian's
vandalism with
afternoon.
the cart, interfering with the sports race, making a public nuisance.
I dislike your interpretation of Mushroom Kingdom laws, but proceed.
Okay, well,
1.5.
maybe they're
murder.
real. Maybe they are real people.
Well, no. They're real and sentient people like they are in the games. They're just the representations of them in the movie.
So Luigi and at this point Princess Peach are both convinced that Wario's to blame, and they go to Wario's castle to
Beat the shit out of him.
to confront him with this. And they're like, they've got the bolts, and they're like, they've got footage of him leaving the scene, and they go to him, and they're like, we know what you've been up to, you piece of fucking shit.
Luigi's to the left of me. Peach is to the right. Here I am splashing gas on you.
Yeah. So they lay out the evidence and like, we know what you've been up to. You've been sabotaging the races. Like, you want to win so badly that this is what you're stood
gonna
to.
kill for it.
And Waluigi's like there and Wario's there. and they're both like, no, you've got it all wrong. we knew something was up to it because like Waluigi's racer got sabotaged, and it was only
That's
because
why he hasn't been in the races to this point.
yeah, like that.
He was supposed to compete.
Yeah, like we had to pull his thing because like during a practice lap, we noticed there was a problem
Yeah,
when
the
his
suspension wasn't suspended at all.
yeah, so we pulled it for safety reasons, and then after the crash, we've been investigating, and we know that something's up with the carts, and someone's like vandalizing it to try and rig the races and try and like take races out. And they're like, "Wait, so you know about this as well?" And like, "Yeah, we definitely need to like call the police and like get something done about this." And like, "Oh, holy shit!" I'm like, Wario, maybe you are on the level. Like, this perfectly explains what you've been working on. It's like, yeah, here's like the background checks we've been doing, and like here's our like kind of casework. Like, we're glad you have come to us, but we didn't know who we could trust. But now that you're investigating it, like we know we can trust you because you've been independently investigating it.
And then I think it is, and then single gunshot from a sniper.
And then they're like, well, now we don't even know who to trust because like Wario was
If Wario's on the level,
yeah,
who could it possibly be?
Who indeed?
Yoshi.
Yeah, Yoshi.
Who's a character I always played as. Definitely my favorite.
And then they're getting ready for the big Rainbow Road spectacular.
The final of the cup.
Yeah,
it's a close match. Anyone
the
who's
most
still
risky
alive
one.
could
They're
win
wearing
it.
helmets.
Yeah,
that's their safety concern. They started wearing helmets.
Problem solved.
The Mushroom Cup has started to take safety very seriously.
But it's also like anything could go wrong on Rainbow Road because it's like it's also the riskiest track, and there's anyone could like fall off the edge, and anything could go wrong. It's like lots of oil slicks.
People sign up for this.
And Luigi's checking over his cart. And the last minute, he like notices something that his cart has also been sabotaged, and he like kind of pulls Mario aside, and he's like, "Hey man, like this is definitely something's wrong. Wario's like noticed this. Like we've had 2 bad accidents already. My cart's been sabotaged. Like we need to cancel the race." And Mario's like, "We're not canceling anything." I'm like, Mario, come on! Like what are you talking about? Like we've got a saboteur. And like, oh, I know we do, Luigi. And
it's me, Mario.
It's a Mario.
Yeah, so we were going where I thought we were going.
And he gets his security guards to like come and bring him away, and he's like, no one can stop the show.
I'm
like,
the hero, Luigi. It's called Mario Kart, Luigi, not Luigi Kart.
Yeah.
So we're having this race.
Not Toad Kart, not Wario Kart.
Certainly not Donkey Karts.
Kart is
I'm winning
catchy.
this race because I'm the hero. That's what the people pay for.
Yeah.
You're just a sidekick, so get back in the background.
Yeah,
bitch.
Luigi's like, oh my god, I can't believe like we're
my own brother.
I trusted you.
Oh,
You were my
son of a bitch.
Yeah, you were my brother.
It was me.
I loved
Austin. It was me all along.
And then Luigi gets taken away by security, and they get on with the race, and Luigi has to escape from that prison using. Oh, and Wario, kind of like slips him a key. Like Wario uses his like kind of cunning, and his like duplicity to like kind of spring him, and he escapes from it, and they manage to like get in some like backup cuts they had, and they're racing after Mario to try and like stop him from like sabotaging the race. So like Mario's already away on the track, and they kind of like have to catch up with him and like evade his traps and like get everyone to slow down. So one by one they're passing people, and they're like, cancel the race and stop it. And then eventually they kind of like pull Mario up and but working together they kind of like stop him, and then they kind of get into a tumble, and Luigi like slides through first accidentally and like wins. But at this point the security have worked out like what the real facts of the case are, and they're like, take Mario away, and he's like, no, it's like,
it's not a Mario.
Like, I'll have my revenge, you'll see.
Mario Kart 2, Mario's Revenge, coming 2022.
Yeah, and then as a shocking reveal, you realize that this Mario is actually the fake Mario.
What?
Yeah. So this is a fake Mario that's been put in place by Bowser, who has like not been racing. He's been the one like kind of financing it, and Mario's been like tucked away.
Wait a minute, we're not doing Mario Kart, we're doing Super Princess Peach, where Mario was kidnapped this whole time.
Yeah, Mario's in another castle, bitch. So there's been a fake Mario that's been like trying to like engineer it so that he'll win, and so Koopa can take control of the race and like just make fat stacks of money, abusing the the rest of the population. And then it all cuts tumbling out, and then they like kind of take him away in chains as well. And then the integrity of the race has been salvaged. And then the real Mario is like, oh, such a relief. Oh.
It's like the end of Harry Potter Goblet of Fire when they get the real Mad-Eye Moody out of the box.
It is exactly like that, actually. It's a Moody.
Can we get David Tennant to play fake Mario?
Yes.
Love it. Love David Tennant. Such a top bloke.
And there we go.
Yep. I guess that's intrigue.
That is the bad movie remake of a beloved game, espionage/intrigue.
Yeah, that's intriguey.
It's kind of Who Framed Roger Rabbit-y.
Yeah.
Harry Potter-y.
Kind of Harry Potter-y.
Yep.
Dumbledore's
But
like,
also
did you put your name in the goblet of Mario Kart?
Did you put your name in the goblet of fire? Dumbledore said calmly. Cut to movie version. Harry, did you put your name in the goblet of fire?
Slam him against the wall.
Put him through a table.
We could just let him not compete. No, unacceptable. We promised the hat at this point.
It's a legally binding magic cup, Damien. What are you going to do?
Just not run the event.
Legally binding magical cup.
Okay, see you in court.
Magic
Cup.
court.
Can't wait for your opening statements. Cup.
Cup court.
I'm just the cup's glowing. It must have an opening statement. Reaches in the cup, pulls out a bit of paper. Damien, the cup says you're a punk ass bitch.
I hold the cup in contempt.
You're not the judge.
Actually, I am. See the top of the episode. Judge Damien presiding. All rise.
That happened at least 10 minutes ago, so it's not canon anymore.
Oh, it's been a lot longer than 10 minutes.
Was it at least 10 minutes?
Yeah, but more.
So mathematically incorrect.
Yeah, but also no.
Any notes for my Mario Kart espionage/intrigue?
Yeah, I guess like I saw it being Mario the whole time, but I guess that's kind of the point. So
yeah, there would be like kind of clues to like because Mario's telling you to drop it, but then like the fact that it's like a fake Mario and there's like yet more things to reveal would be the real like
reveal
twisty turny thing.
So who was actually in front? Bowser. Where's Yoshi though? Get the people what they want.
Okay, Yoshi is there as a racer. He's not investigating. He's not a bad guy. He's just there providing the eye candy.
If I went and watched that, I'd be so disappointed.
Well, I didn't give.
Well, look, it's like Detective Pikachu. Some Pokemon get to be characters, and other ones just get to be kind of background candy.
Have you seen that yet?
Yes.
Is it good?
I liked it. I really enjoyed it.
My favorite Pokemon is Psyduck, and it has lots of Psyduck content, so I was happy.
Yeah, but
Okay.
if you love Haunters, not your jam. Not going to be your movie.
If you love Haunters.
Yeah.
There's a
Is he a
Gengar.
bad guy?
Yeah, there was.
I really want to go see it, but I'm so stingy with the money.
Really enjoyable.
But I'll
go
get
see
there.
Go
I'll
reading
get
cinema on Epping. It's like $10.
What?
Yeah,
See,
Get stuffed?
that also
Why?
is...
On any day.
I think so. Like,
Yeah, it's
when
like
I go
$11.
there, it's like $10 or $11 for a movie ticket.
Yeah, every day.
That's crazy.
And they have
Why?
reasonably comfortable.
So the
seats.
movie remake of a beloved game, espionage/intrigue, is actually Detective Pikachu. Like, that is like...
Pretty much, yeah.
True. Wow. Wait, it is a game. That's a lie. I did actually used to play Pokemon too.
Yeah,
There you
and
go.
also
You could have done a
Detective
Pokemon
Pikachu.
War.
I was never good at it though. Oh, I could have.
Oh god,
Too right now. You did Sims War.
I could have just. I could have done
lined
like
up Pokemon in
the Pokemon movie,
1940s France,
and then I would
let 'em
have
go.
got everyone to cry when Pikachu
Oh,
cried when
jeez.
Ash was frozen.
Just
What kind of war movie do you want?
just
Damien?
taking the Mankeys away in the train cars.
I mean, it happened. I'm not going to deny it. Are you trying to deny it, Damien?
Rough.
What is it good for?
Absolutely nothing.
Ugh.
Good God, y'all. Well, that's been an episode.
All right, count us out.
All right. Alex Gabbett's Case Notes, Season 2, it's done. But if you go there, the credits are rolling, baby. And the announcement of Season 3 and the other thing I'm doing for that. It's all there. Check it out.
Heck yeah.
That is Harley's other podcast that he does without us, for those that don't already know what that
You
is.
were in Season 2.
Oh, well, he does mostly without us, but I play a leading role in 1 or 2 episodes.
I don't. I play a less than average role.
Oh.
I don't think she was overly involved.
Damien's running a Surprise Synopses Twitter at...
Surprise Synopses.
All right. I'm going to keep doing it till it sounds natural.
At Surprise Synopses.
There we go. Subscribe to the show on all of your podcasting platforms. On
Please.
YouTube, and tell a flippin' friend already. Your friends haven't heard from you enough. I know that you there listening to this podcast, we're your other real friends because, we get you.
Wow.
But tell one of your IRL friends so we can get them too. and we can all be friends. Because friends are fucking good, all right? That's the lesson of today's episode. Friends are good.
Yeah, send us some heckin' feedback so I can make fun of Harley from it.
I mean, okay, I feel less strongly about saying do it now. But
now, what's this about souls marrying babies?
Hang on.
I didn't mean to say marry.
We have to get the... then we can do the thing.
Okay.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Surprise Synopses.
Surprise Synopses.
Goodbye.
So, souls marry
babies.
I meant, I didn't mean to say marry. I don't even know what I meant to say. Soul, if I was born, my soul went into that baby when I was born instead of my body.
So, if your soul was married to Hayley Mathers' body.
Yeah. But,
But wouldn't you just be her?
Exactly. If I was her.
But we'd be doing this show with Hayley Mathers'
Exactly.
soul.
You're welcome.
Whack.
I know, right? She'd probably be better at rapping than Damien is.
Probably.
Yeah.
You haven't heard me rap.
We have, unfortunately.
Yeah, you kind
quite a few times.
came rapping in earlier because you when it came in on X Gonna Give It To You.
Oh, that's true.
So I've heard you rap today. And you were okay.
Jeez.
Thanks for listening.
Oh, wait. Was that still...